Hi, welcome back to the JMC Reviews. I'm Jake.
Alex.
And hope everybody's having a happy Christmas season of sorts.
And our gift to you is...
our review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Christmas special, We Wish You a Turtle Christmas.
Take the holes with pepperoni, fa la 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 la. Mustard, eggplant, and bologna, fa la 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 la.
Now, over the years, in being part of this review show, as well as watching the videos on your other channel, there's been some pretty bizarre stuff that I've been exposed to. But I have to say, this could be one of the absolute worst pieces of cinema that has ever been created.
This was a straight-to-video special as far as I could tell, so doesn't qualify for cinema, and just want to say, I totally understand if you never want to come back.
I'll see you in hell.
Now, this is 21 minutes of my life. Number one, I can't ever get back. But number two, that felt like 91 minutes. And 5 of those minutes were in the dark. That sounded weird, but...
at the end, yeah.
Some Christmas tree though, wasn't it? Oh man, it was like totally awesome! And what was
it was
that
random.
You got me? They were a little too small for my feet, and I only have 3 toes, thank you very much. Oh, come on, man. I'm trying to do the best I can. It was like
wrap it up.
Last second shopping.
I've seen a lot of bad stuff myself, and 2 years ago, with Matt Nugent and Grace Kazar, I reviewed the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Not as bad as this one.
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
This special actually makes me yearn for the Star Wars Holiday Special. I mean, just in 21 minutes, they were worse than that 90-minute piece of shit.
Stir, whip, 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 stir. Come on, faster all together now. Cooking can be fun. Stir, whip, whip, stir. Stir, whip, stir. Wah!
Before we jump into the, I guess, story, did you grow up with the Ninja Turtles?
Right at the tail end. I watched some of the cartoon. It was really more of my brother's era, but yeah, I did watch plenty of episodes, so...
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
I grew up watching the early 2000s show, and I never checked out the A show, but I really liked the early 2000s one. It was fun, and goddamn, the theme song was catchy.
I mean, it was a cute show. It was like you said, self-aware in many of its bits, and it was kind of edgy, so it appealed to a little bit older kids.
Yeah, and the early 2000s version had a lot of action to it, and also I saw the live-action theatrical movie from the 90s, which is to this day still considered the best film version of the Ninja Turtles. Second one was not as great, but still fun. Third one, terrible. This is definitely around that time where they were running out of ideas to do with these
This show
characters.
had none of the good characteristics of any of those movies or the TV show.
Pizza cake or pizza. Speaking of pizza, wait till you see what I got you. Totally awesome.
This whole thing feels like something that the kids in my mass media class in high school could have made, except I think they actually could have made something better than this.
An absolute money grab, trying to cash in on a popular franchise at the time. That's all this was.
For man who covers 3 skateboards, 2 comic books, and a pizza with pepperoni.
It's very similar to the coming out of their shells concert tour that was happening a few years before. In fact, the actors playing the Turtles in this film are the same people that I believe were involved with the music tour stuff. Except even those costumes were better than the ones they had here.
Ooh. Wow, thanks, Leo. I was gonna buy one myself. Like I told you, you'd like it.
You saw him wrap it.
The costumes they have for Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello look like birthday party suits.
If you saw them like locally, you'd think, hey, those are pretty good.
Yeah, just
But, you know,
Yeah.
somebody made those and, I don't know, they kind of look like the Ninja Turtles, but not good enough to be on TV.
All I want to know is what you got for us to give to Splinter. Splinter? No, wait, Jose. Like, Splinter was not on my list. You got the wrong turtle, man. I got presents for the kids.
It's like a young John Travolta.
Yeah.
That was last year.
You could see the opening for the headpieces.
Mm-hmm.
You could see wires sticking out of their necks. And allegedly, although I can't tell because the quality's so bad, you can see the openings in their crotches that supposedly show more than what should be shown in a kid's thing.
For me, it was the mouths. I couldn't get past the creepy teeth,
Yeah.
gums, and mouths. And the mouths didn't match up with the words at all. I couldn't get past that.
And now it's time for one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs. And you kids can sing along. Grab a slice, let's kick it!
And there's that part where they cover
We could keep going. Script, lighting,
Yeah.
camera work. I mean, we
Yeah.
could keep going. But specifically with the costumes.
They cover their mouths at one point, I think just because they had to save time.
Dig these, dude. I'm undercover, man. Sing, cello. I guess you could. It's 7. I want one. Tubular. I like what's happening, Ralph. All right.
They don't even bother to make their mouths move anymore.
Totally bodacious!
And there is a point where they just give up and don't even try to move their mouths anymore. But,
Yeah, they just have them go Thomas the Tank Engine on us.
But even as bad as the Ninja Turtles costumes are, I think the rat is even worse.
Yeah, it looked like a stuffed doll you got at like a toy store.
Creepy.
It's the greatest gift you could bestow, and the only gift I will ever need.
His hands are creepy.
Sing it, boy, like...
But they were probably like, nailed it.
My sons, you are generous in spirit, heart, and soul, and I am grateful to you for the many gifts you have given me.
Print that, let's move on. Don't you want a second take for protection? What's to protect? It was perfect.
Guess what the budget for this movie was?
$10,000.
$5,000.
$5,000. Okay.
And give it this. It looks like they got a few locations in there.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm still not sure they didn't just break in and film in the actual sewers of New York.
They did have to get a tree, so there's that. They had to rent a Santa. They had to give some bucks to some homeless kids.
And for anyone wondering, what's the plot? It's Christmas Eve and the Turtles realize they forgot to get a gift for Master Splinter.
You guys telling me that nobody got a gift for Splinter? I don't believe you guys. It's Christmas.
You can see the
Eve.
hole in the head
Stores are closing.
piece.
Now we have to get a gift to Splinter.
So they go up to the
Well,
surface.
Plausible.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no crime fighting here.
No.
It's just,
They're going shopping.
yeah.
Not saving the day.
Nope, no saving the day here. There's no Shredder, no Krang, no villains. It's all Christmas cheer in this special. Most of it is them just dicking around as they go up to the surface and sing some really bad Christmas songs.
It does take them about 10 minutes to get to the surface.
Yeah, those smiles.
A good Christmas song. Up from the sewer into the streets. And they need to adapt every commercially available Christmas song for some sort of sewer or turtle theme. They move through every musical genre possible. It's almost like it's improv. It's like Whose Line Is It Anyway? That show where they'd say, okay, now do it a rap version.
And they're going to be rapping throughout the whole thing.
I'm a principal for thee. I'm the principal. That's true, and I'm this up, man.
These enterprising youths. Just randomly outside.
When they sing with the homeless kids, I don't know, give it this. The kids kind of look like they're having fun.
The kids are definitely having fun. Well, they're being paid. out of that $5,000.
Just banging tin pots around.
I'm getting $20 for this. Oh gosh.
Christ. And Leonardo showing off the moves. Off you go. And apparently 10 minutes in Turtle Universe is an hour in real life.
I'd just like to point out to you guys that there are only 2 hours of shopping left before Christmas.
So why did you stand there singing for 15 minutes?
And then we move on to Times Square, which I'm not sure how much that cost. Probably most of the budget.
Yeah.
Where there's a random tree in the middle. There's a Santa who really doesn't play much of a big part in the scene.
Only that he has the bell.
And Michelangelo, the goofball of the group, apparently is an opera buff because he just starts belting it out.
Again, plausible. I don't understand.
No one does.
I don't remember this ever happening in any other episode.
The creepiest moment for me by far, and maybe there's more if I look carefully, I don't want to, but the creepiest moment is when Raphael just takes the bell.
For me, it's one of those mouth shots. Like,
yeah, just...
Creepy Christmas?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I looked like they were going to pick him up, but realized he was too heavy.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
Wait, is Raph crying?
Hey, guys, there's only 1 hour of shopping left.
That was a quick hour.
Yeah, they wasted another hour, and then we don't even see them shop. They cut to them, and they got the
They're
gifts.
randomly throwing things in the air. Should we give him some shoes?
They got yo-yos,
Yeah.
comic books. They got him, as you say, things they would like.
Yeah. And they finally settled on a shellacked pizza in a frame.
And then we jump into probably the worst musical moment in the film.
That went on for 10 minutes.
The rap.
Wrapping up presents, it happens once a year. I do my best when I'm rapping my hits. I take a lot of pride when I put the gift inside of the rap.
Looking for a live actor who can rap, or sing opera, or has a bad Italian accent.
It takes time and it takes a lot of hearing.
I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm not a hardcore rap fan, but I like a good share of rap songs, and I just say this. Turtle Power by Partners in Crime, the rap ain't. Hell, Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap from the second film is better than this song.
I don't understand how this never caught on. But somebody actually sat down and wrote this. Maybe as a joke, but then it makes this I keep calling it a film, but it's not a film.
The songs apparently were done by Richard Berg, who also did the songs for Turtle Tunes, another direct-to-video Turtles special.
Unemployed former music teacher, I don't know.
It's a pity when the city isn't clean. It's so wrong. It's so mean.
Richard Berg also apparently did music work for Dr. Rabbit's World Tour. I have no idea what that is, but it doesn't surprise me.
I have a feeling you're going to Google this after this episode.
And the cinematography, which...
Can you call it that? I mean...
it's really late.
The cinematographer is actually one of the few people that has some actual credentials.
Okay.
Tony Mitchell, who had done cinematography for multiple artists in the 80s music videos. Some of his credits include Eyes Without a Face and Cyndi Lauper's Change of Heart.
How the mighty have fallen. I mean, there was that one scene that they're in the sewer and there's the lights that's washing out the entire scene. It didn't make sense.
Hey guys, we did it! 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve and all our shopping is done!
What's with the light?
Rapping to do.
And then the zooming in effect.
Yeah, that mixed with the bright lights, I'm like, were they trying to give the audience a seizure?
Terrible.
I've been rapping all night long, but I'll do my best when I'm rapping my gifts. I take a lot of pride when I put the gift inside of the rap. Here we go, yo, yeah, the rap. Come on, say it again, all the rap. Ah, yeah, the rap. I get it, the rap. Come on, I say the rap. Oh, come on, everybody, say it one last time. I say the rap.
Rap. Here we go.
Well, it's cool for the kids.
The special was edited by Aileen Buller, whose only other credit is Turtle Tunes, and I'd say that's a good thing.
Don't talk to strangers. You never know what they may want from you.
In fact, most of the people that made this only ever worked on this, Turtle Tunes, or the Coming Out of Their Shells tour.
I think that's merciful
Yeah.
for the rest of us.
Trim the tree with Donatello. Fa la 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 la. Soon we'll hear some jingle belling. Fa la 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 la.
The special was written by Tish Rabe, who next to Turtle Tunes, only other notable credit was episodes for Clifford's Puppy Days.
Wow. Thankfully.
Million times more credible than this.
Yes. You know what the sad thing is, though, is I bet you all of these people made bank off of this. They probably made some pretty good cash.
I'm not
with
sure
the
about
commercials or whatever. I mean, I bet
know.
you they made some serious money if they only spent $5,000 on this.
I mean, yeah, they probably made a profit, but I'm not sure how much, because I'm not even sure little kids would like this.
Well, yeah.
And the director of this film was Larry Osborne.
Again, all these stuff. Director. Cinematographer.
His only other credit is Turtle Tunes. Once again, this is the only shit any of these motherfuckers got.
Incestuous, yes.
And speaking of that, aside from his credits on the Turtles specials, Larry Osborne, the thing he's best known for is being the brother of Barry M. Osborne, who won an Academy Award for producing The Return of the King.
Wow.
So, yeah, it seems like Larry's the black sheep of the family.
There's some pedigree there.
What a disappointment you are.
And after the rap, they go to bed. We get a goodnight John Boy moment.
Night, Leo.
Yo, Johnny. Good night, man.
Good night, Raphael.
Nighty night, Mikey.
The next morning, we see Splinter. He opens all the Turtles' gifts, and apparently they got him 12 gifts, I think. So he sings a really asinine version of the 12 Days of Christmas.
We never saw gifts 4 through 12. They would have made a little bit more sense if they had used even a minute to develop that plot point. I don't remember any of these other gifts.
Yeah.
Was I not paying attention when they were shopping?
They just didn't show it, I guess.
They showed the shoes.
Even Splinter started losing track of how many gifts he got.
The last time through, he just gives up. And I don't necessarily think that was intentional. Oh, autographs.
He can't even remember. He lost count.
I wonder if that was actually planned or if he just lost track. And they didn't bother reshooting. They're like, no.
Don't you want a second take for protection? What's to protect? It was perfect.
And randomly, the homeless kids start appearing.
There's more of them. They're better dressed this time.
Yeah, they went from homeless to well-off kids.
In the sewer on Christmas Day with no adults.
Curious, who are the kids?
Are those the homeless kids?
Yeah, what are they doing
You
there?
took them in? Come live in the sewer with us. It's warmer down here. Where are their parents? Why are you playing with a rat down in the sewer?
I'm not convinced that they didn't drug those kids or something. And a bowl punch that no one's drinking from.
Is it spiked?
Yeah, I think the turtles are child abductors.
Possibly. Any kid show that makes you wonder that probably has failed in its most essential mission. And the homeless kids are like, hey, can we have some of this stuff?
Yeah. You can
Can I have that manhole cover, please? It'd be nice to sleep under.
Some of the kids, I think at this point,
They're dancing at the end.
on the rail. Oh, that sounds bad.
The go-go dancers in the back, yeah.
You can see even the kids are starting to lose their fun in the whole thing.
You want your $20, kids? You gotta keep dancing.
My sons, you are generous in spirit, heart, and soul, and I am grateful to you for the many gifts you have given me. But I fear that perhaps we have lost sight of the true meaning of this special time of year.
After the 12 days of Christmas, Splinter talks about how Christmas is not about the gifts, it's about helping those less in need.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that what this was all about?
Yeah.
I never got that.
There's the after-school special lesson right there.
And thinking of those less fortunate than you, remember my
So that's
Those
what
are the homeless kids.
Yeah, he's so sentimental, huh?
Then they just break out into "We wish you a turtle Christmas" because I think if they said "Merry," then everybody would call bullshit. Oh, I don't want to know. They celebrate New Year's.
This is terrible.
You think? There is nothing merry about "We wish you a turtle Christmas." It's just really bad writing, songs, production value, horrible design on the costumes, and they barely...
Even the credit scenes were terrible. It's a big grip department. There's one that got the coffee. Oh, there's one person on the script. That's about right. It's like a PowerPoint slide. You can tell there was a script because it was terrible.
Whose idea was it to come up with that totally mildly Jamaican stuff? I like that Rastafarian kind of stuff. What do you think this stuff was?
The dialogue just keeps going, and they don't even run credits at the end.
That could have been the most awkward point of the entire thing, was the 2 minutes of talking over the black screen.
That's about like all they had left. You ever tried to go out and buy a sneaker with 2 toes?
Dark screen, TV gold.
That was like laughing out of
Are we in hell?
Come on, Leo. Hey, you know, I really like that Donatello watch.
I wish I had something to pay attention to.
It's like totally happening this Christmas. Oh man, I got one on right now, but wait a minute. I think it stopped, man. What's going on out there, man? Hey, give me some of that.
You know the lyric to "Don't Stop Believing"? The movie never ends, it goes on and on. That's what this is starting to feel like, and for a 21-minute Christmas special, this felt longer than the Star Wars Holiday Special, Heaven's Gate, and It Chapter 2. Just worse than any of those overlong pieces of crap.
Up from the sewer into the streets to buy a gift we go. It's really late. Up from the
Turn it off! So, as a guy who has 2 3-year-old twins and a grandson who's about to be 1, do you think you'd show this to them?
Unwatchable. They do not... Well, you know what? I may show it to them someday when they're 16 or 17 and we can laugh about it. But that is it.
have a real Mystery Science Theater Christmas.
Yeah, they're getting exposed to the classics now. You know, the Charlie Brown. This is definitely not one of those that they're going to be watching anytime soon.
I don't know. I tried to sit through Charlie Brown and I kind of got bored.
It's psychologically abusive.
Yeah, I don't think I'd recommend this to anybody who is looking for something to show their kids. I think even, like, this was made out to write off the success of the, not just the cartoon, but the 90s action movies. Mm-hmm. And by the time this came out, 1994... it
was already dated.
The audience for those movies were too old at that point. Any nostalgia they had was just out the door.
And even if there was anything left, the first 30 seconds of this would make the rest of it disappear.
We laugh and sing and do our thing with the turtles.
On IMDb, this special has a rating of 1.9 out of 10.
Who gave it a point? I mean, who upped the average? That's what I want to know.
And I even think that's too much.
It is too much. Somebody gave it a 3 or a 4. That's way too much.
Hot damn!
Where do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
This is a 1.
I give it a 0.5.
They did finish 21 minutes. And they got through 21 minutes of absolute garbage.
Even with commercials, I don't think this would play out better. Just, yeah, the fact there's no commercials here, actually, just the black screen, just creates a weird transition.
Absolutely.
Totally bodacious!
And to, I guess, make up for this abysmal excuse for a holiday special, I have a little surprise for you.
All right.
Happy Christmas.
Oh, well, look at that. Yeah.
And I always write a little quote on these things to give a hint about what it is. But so you can keep your day job,
oh,
I'll read the quote.
Okay.
Welcome the fuck back.
Oh. Wow, look at that. You want to open it?
Guess what it is?
I have no clue yet. Oh, wow! Look at that! Woo! Oh, yes! Look at that! The new Deadwood. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome,
That's a true treat. Wow.
We're both
exciting.
excited to see it, but we don't have HBO, so kind of a question of how we get to it. And they really took their time to put that on DVD, but it's here now, so enjoy, my man.
Oh, thank you.
And happy Christmas, everybody.
All right, Merry Christmas.
See you next year.